Welcome to Soju Wanna Talk About. This is a podcast where 4 northerners from the UK talk about K-pop, Hallyu and Korean culture. So do you want to talk about the start?
This is it, it's the first episode.
I know, we're finally here.
Woo, it's exciting.
So do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lou.
I'm Cass.
I'm B.
I'm AM.
And we are...
So do you want to talk about the fact that we find so much joy out of the use of soju in any sentence? I think by the end of this we're going to hate ourselves for doing this pun.
We're going to be like, I don't want to hear the word soju in my life ever again. There's so many good things you can say with it though.
Exactly. So this podcast, we just decided to, pull it together after some of us have only known each other for like 4 weeks or so.
I know. Feels like a lifetime though.
It feels like a lifetime, and I'm sure a lot of people, when they're listening, will have similar friends who they've not known for that long. But
the beauty of K-pop.
The beauty of K-pop, eh? The absolute beauty of K-pop. So, do you want to start? Is the first episode where we're just going to tell our stories, how we got into K-pop, how we got into Korean music, who was first, who was last, and through this series we're just going to be going through Korean pop, the tours around Europe, UK, things like that. So
just, everything in between. I mean, I'm running low on Korean skincare, so I could get some more recommendations for that.
You want to send your recommendations in, guys? I've my 10-step routine. It's
gone down to an 8-step. I've run out of products.
Exactly. But I think all 4 of us, 2 on each side, have known each other for a while, but all 4 we've only known each other since Lollapalooza in Paris, seeing Stray Kids, guys.
The best day.
The best day ever.
I know.
Stray Kids friends. I think it was when we're in the airport and then AM just approached us in a needy way. It was like, are you going to see Stray Kids in Lollapalooza by any chance? I don't know if my chunky Converse gave me away.
I was sussing you out for a while, and then what
really
confirmed it is she put a 3 ratchet hat on the next to her pint. And I was like, I'm going over, I'm going to go speak to this woman.
Did
And
my
she's
3
going,
ratchet hat give me away?
B's going, don't you dare. And I'm going, nah, I'm doing it. But I was 2 pints in deep, so I'd obviously had the confidence. So I was like, I'm going over, and I was going, are you guys at Lollapalooza? And then the beautiful friendship began.
The rest was history. And since then we've gone on, Korean food dates, gone shopping, K-Stars Manchester, big up K-Stars Manchester,
Shout out.
and it's been amazing since, and we've just wanted to start a podcast just to tell our stories and all of your stories as well, because we've been able to meet a few of you. We went to see W24, tune in for another episode on that, but maybe we should just tell about how we even got into this and why we're here.
From the beautiful beginning.
The beautiful start.
I mean, we could go chronologically, and I think that would be you, Lou.
I think I'm the original OG.
Yeah.
But people would probably still call me a baby K-pop.
Yeah. I still think I'm a baby.
Baby K-pop.
Yeah.
There'll be people listening that have been fans of K-pop for yonks, but since I'm the one that's been here the longest, it's still only the end of 2019 for me. So how I got into it, I was actually a casual listener at first. I got into On by BTS. It's normally the story for a few. I think B, you're the same, isn't it? BTS. And I actually watched I think it was live at Grand Central.
That was the same as me. That was the same as me.
Yeah, and it was the first time it was broadcast, and I was just like, wow, these guys are pretty good. All singing and dancing, and I've never been into any of that, original rocker, indie music me. So normally listen to, Killers, Foo Fighters. That was my.
It is like we are twins, Lou. It is like we are twins.
We've spoke about this, haven't we? Literally, we feel like we're twins on either side. So me and B are quite similar. But yeah, so I got into BTS that way, and then I don't think I fully went down the rabbit hole until lockdown. So probably March 2020. And that's when I went down the YouTube rabbit hole. So I was I watched the On music video, watched all their back videos, and then, when you click onto that I just want to know their names. I just want to know who they are.
That's how it always starts,
Oh, and then I've not been able to come out that rabbit hole since. So it was just so different, I think, than especially what we're used to in Western music and stuff. Like, you actually get to know them and who they are, their characters, and they've got, so much content. I mean, we've been fans how long? I don't think we've finished any of their content.
I don't think you could ever finish their content. It is really crazy how much there is out there. Especially when you get like we are, multi-stands.
I wish I never thought I'd be. Like, it's one of those where, when you're at the start, you're like, no, loyal, ARMY, BTS, I'm going to be them to the end. But, I'm still ARMY, still love BTS. But you do find those other bands along the way, don't you? I think that's probably my general overview of how I got into it. And that probably leads it on to you, B, doesn't it? Because you're a BTSer, you're an ARMY.
It was honestly going to sound like it was almost the same, but so mine was pandemic, a little later than you, and I just graduated uni and decided that I was going to learn something new, and I figured I'll learn a new language. I was initially probably thinking Spanish or German, to be honest, but then as I was scrolling through YouTube, on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon's YouTube channel, where I always found myself, and I saw that one of the most popular watched videos was the On in Grand Central Station as well. That I guess is in.
Snap!
And I watched it, and I was gobsmacked because I had no idea that they danced. I'd heard BTS the name, but I didn't really know anything about them. So I was shocked that they danced, and I was shocked that there were so many of them. But obviously, it piqued my curiosity that much that I needed to immediately spend the rest of the day on YouTube searching BTS. And after about 5 hours of solid BTS content, I was like, hang on a minute, why don't I learn Korean? I could watch Run BTS and call it learning a new language. And
see, they're teaching us new languages. It's not just music, guys.
Yes, that was my excuse anyway. And it was the same for me. Like, for a couple of years, I was pretty tunnel vision on BTS. Like, I listened to other K-pop songs maybe on my Spotify playlist, but generally I didn't get into any of them to know the members or know any of the names, apart from BTS until AM dragged me into it, sort of the back end of last year, I would say. I don't know if you want to go
that
for your
leads on
intro.
to my intro.
It's always other people's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I was pesting her for a bit. So, like, through COVID, I was introduced to Blackpink. I accidentally clicked on Kill This Love music video. I absolutely fell in love. I was like, what on earth is this? I was like, this is incredible. And then I kind of went through then the rabbit hole of Blackpink, and then watched the Blackpink movie on Netflix. If you've not watched it, highly recommend. And then I watched Twice's Fancy video, and I was like,
oh yeah,
Jesus! I was like, this song is like incredible, national anthem. Like, I have it on my playlist every day. It's a song I listen to every day. And then B was trying to say like about BTS, and I'd heard BTS and everything, but I was just like,
you were very girl groups
I
focused.
was girl group first, and then I saw a Stray Kids music video, and I was just like,
and then it happened.
My bank account's now been drained from it, and it's just been a never-ending spiral. But then that also leads on to Cass as well, so I'll let you talk.
Well, Cass's actually starts with a kidnapping.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, mine was, I think it was like October 2020, I think, and it was after lockdown, and I mean, I've been aware of BTS for a while. I mean, I was a One Direction stan first second summer, so I knew BTS.
It's in your blood.
It is in my blood to be a fangirl. And yeah, and I remember Lou was like, "Hey, do you want to come for a sleepover? Now that we're allowed to, be in pub, meet and mingle." And I was like, "Yeah." Little did I know,
it was a plan. It was a ploy, guys.
So I arrived. I think I came after work. The door was promptly locked, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to see this video?" And it was like a introduction to BTS video, and I was like, "Okay." And then it was just like 20 minutes of that, and then I think like, "Oh, hey, watch this dance practice." I know, it was just, and then I think I for a while I was like, no, I can't.
You tried to resist it. You were scarred from your One Direction days.
Yeah, I mean, I was a huge One Direction fan. Like 5 Seconds of Summer, like I've been a fan, and I was like, no, I can't. And then it just kept happening. Like I started with like the like kind of really popular like Western songs, like the English songs. So like
you were Dynamite, weren't you?
Yeah, Dynamite, which obviously is a bop. You know, Permission to Dance, Butter, and then I remember it was Dimple that got me.
It's when she saw V.
Yeah,
I think that happens to best of us.
Yeah.
I know. You know, for my sins. And then I was like, this song is so good. And then I just started listening. And I thought, oh god, these are so good. And then I remember being on TikTok, and then I saw Felix.
Oh.
I think it was God's Menu, actually. I think it was a God's Menu fan cam, and I thought, yeah, I need to know about these as well. Now here I am, and I fell down that rabbit hole, and now I'm obsessed with
And then you
them.
batted it back, you returned the favour to me.
Yeah.
So I essentially kidnapped you and made you fall in love with BTS and Kim Tae-young. You then batted that back, introduced me to Stray Kids.
I love the parallels here. I love it.
Yeah.
The thing is that me and Cass are very, very similar, so I wouldn't expect anything less, really. But yeah, we've got one for the team.
On either side. But I was just, I was a casual listener to them, but I was, same as B, where it was like, no, I know the 7 members of BTS, like, I know who they are, the characters and stuff. I didn't get that deep into anyone else or Stray Kids and things, and then I think it was since Maniac maybe?
It was Maniac for me.
No, I think it was a little later than that, because it was before the...
Maniac was the first one I watched, maybe.
It was just after Circus era, and then just before Maxident that I...
It was the same, it was Felix, it was that voice.
That's what hooked me.
Yeah. I was like, who are you? Like, how are you the prettiest thing I've ever seen, prettier than I'll ever be, yet that voice comes out of your mouth? Like, how is that? And obviously the music was just so different as well. It was like a bit more like grunge, and then I suppose it snowballed from there.
Yeah, now it's like 80s, The Rose,
like
Twice.
I mean, everyone.
New Jeans.
17 for B.
B loves 17.
I didn't listen to much 17, but then I think when BTS sort of went on the bit of a hiatus last year and they started enlisting in December and stuff like that, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to find a new run BTS and go in 17. Going 17 filled that gap for me, and now I am obsessed.
And I have to say, I really like 17.
Shadow at Jakarta, that was it. She was in.
I like Hot as well, because the dance moves are pretty easy to remember, and many a time we have been in the car doing the driving and the dancing at the same time with it blasting out, but it's got to be done.
It's always good when there's an easier dance like 80s and bouncy. I'm sorry, but they have hit
We've nailed that down.
Nailed it.
Oh, I have nailed that one, I'm pretty good.
I'm not a great dancer, but once that bouncy comes on, I know. Turn into San, head back and everything. But yeah, it's just, and then here we are, because we've been, you and me, Cass, we did a spontaneous trip to Korea.
Yeah.
As well, so we went to Seoul. That's actually how we discovered 80s.
Yeah, it was, because we wanted to, watch a K-pop concert when we were in, the heart and soul and the home of K-pop. And
Heart and soul, so we did that.
I know. Oh, I didn't even realise I did that, the heart and soul.
This is a podcast full of puns, everyone.
But yeah, we wanted to do that, and then 80s were obviously, they were on, and so we thought, let's just go, and so we started listening to them, and I think when we were listening to them when we were there, we were like, oh, these are pretty good. Yeah, these
who are these rappers? It was before the rap, and I was like, who is this guy? Fix on. You were like, who is this guy?
Yeah, incredible choice, guys.
Yeah.
I know.
And then that was our first ever K-pop concert.
It was, yeah.
Actually, and we were lucky enough to have it in Seoul, live in Seoul. And it was just amazing, completely different to any concert I think you've ever been to. I'm sure we've got some, like, anyone that's listening that have, been to so many K-pop concerts more than us, but you'll all know that feeling of, the light sticks, just the atmosphere everywhere. Everyone's so kind. Everyone's so nice.
Everyone's so friendly, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
It's like
That's
the K-pop
I've
community.
noticed.
It's like a family. It really is. It's like
So
you find your
so much,
people.
your people. You get like free gifts. You get like, this is how this whole podcast came about, though, wasn't it? Because we were talking to people we didn't know at Lollapalooza, and they were telling us about how they got into Stray Kids, how they got into K-pop, and we thought, there's stories here. Everyone's got their own story.
Yeah, we loved hearing about everyone's kind of different, you know, beginnings. That, you know, there've been people who were fans since, like, you know, Stray Kids debuted and since BTS, and, you know, SHINee before, and
Big Bang as well.
Yeah.
That lady I was speaking to, she was like 2000.
And I think it's quite interesting to hear how people get to things as well, because like even like Lollapalooza, like it's interesting to hear how you ended up there, because to be honest, we didn't book Lollapalooza that far in advance.
No, we
did we?
didn't.
Well, we'd booked it in kind of like January, didn't we?
Yeah, to be fair, Cass, once they were announced,
I was pretty set on
she
going.
was pretty set. She was bombarding me for a good week or so. She was like, "Come on, let's go." Like, they're only going to be in Paris. They're not going to be anywhere
because we don't know if they're gonna come to
Europe
Europe for a tour.
Yet.
So
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
first time they're in Europe and stuff like that. And well, it wasn't the first time actually. They did K-pop
Music Bank
looks before that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Music
Music
Bank,
Bank.
AM, when she showed me Stray Kids, she showed me the Music Bank mirror video, and
It was when they were all going,
yeah.
Stray Kids, woo! Like, and it was everybody doing it, and it was like February time.
no, it was later than that. We didn't book until April.
I lost it big time. I just texted her. I was like, "We need to go. We need to make it possible.
Yeah.
Like, put it on the credit card. We're going." Like,
That's my motto with K-pop. Just put it on the credit card.
that magical credit card.
I don't recommend it, but
Yeah, no. Don't take financial advice from us, everyone. I want to just point that out.
like,
Yeah,
we
AM
got-
says something, and I'm like, she's like, "Do you want to go to Lollapalooza in Paris?" And I'm like, "I really can't." Okay.
we went to
Yeah,
went to
no,
see
yeah, really, yeah.
Blackpink at Hyde Park, and that was
was
our
our
first
first
K-pop concert, and we was in the hotel room, and she was going, "Oh no," she goes, "A teaser playing in Madrid at K-pop Lux." She's like, "It's a shame we can't go because it's on the same weekend as Lollapalooza," and I went, "Who said we couldn't go?" So next thing you know, we're on the train looking at if it could be possible, and it were getting really
AM does not
expensive.
accept that negativity.
No,
But we did
AM
it.
is not.
Yeah, we did it.
She
Yeah.
does not back down, and you know what? I can't believe that we managed to make it work, because we are not the,
We didn't
the
sleep.
brightest sparks, and somehow we managed to go.
But it was really crazy because when we were on the flight from France to Madrid, there was loads of other people that were doing it as well, so we didn't seem too nuts because there was literally everybody, and you could see everybody with the photo cards on the bags, and I'm just looking, I'm like, who's the bias? Who's the bias? Like, I'm looking at everybody's.
Who's your bias?
See everyone, you know, any labels that are listening to us, you know, come to Europe because
Yes.
we're traveling to countries to come and see you because you're not coming to the UK.
So we will travel.
So we've been
Definitely.
traveling.
We gotta go to you.
We've been
yeah.
seeing cities.
And I
We've
also
been, first time to Paris for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was like, never see Paris any other way. Oh, Stray Kids are there? Yeah, let's go have a hotel.
we did have a cheeky few drinks before we went to Lollapalooza, which was quite nice. 'cause-
Yeah, maybe we could discuss the Lollapalooza day and
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember we got into Paris at like 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, yeah.
it was late, and it was into the Bavou airport. It was not Charles de Gaulle.
No, it wasn't the main
It
one.
was far
it?
away.
It was quite far
It was
out.
quite far out. It was like an hour bus ride, was it? Was it over an hour?
It must have been over an hour or so. But I think there was, I mean, we were in contact with quite a few stays at the time because we'd met a few people in one of the K-pop shops in Manchester, and we got put on a Discord where they were organising who was going and things like that. So there was quite a few people that we knew who were getting buses from the airport to their hotels because originally we were going to get a taxi and it was something stupid like 80 quid, like 80 euros. So we decided obviously to get the bus, and then that bus was just full of stays. It was like a stay funded bus heading into the city. But it was just so funny because our flight was delayed, and then obviously AM found us before we even got on the flight.
I did.
And who was it? Did you give? I think you gave Cass your number or something.
Yeah, I think we made a group chat when we were there, didn't we?
We did. It was really funny because I was like, I said to B, I was like, I don't want to come off really strong, but do you think they'll want to come to Lolla with us? So I was like, I don't want to come off really strong, but we were like, really like those guys. Like, I was like, shall I just drop them a message? I was like, do you fancy going for a drink? Like, before. But the only thing was, like, we didn't, like, for time, we took it really chill for the whole day, and we were like, right, let's go scope out the K-pop shops. little did we know the queue for the K-pop shops in France was horrendous. So
Oh yeah, you did it on the day off.
we day off, and we queued. Got some really good bits, but we
must have been
queued.
queuing, what, 45 minutes for that one shop?
Easy, but we'd seen it on TikTok, so I think that's why it was really popular. It was like in a little market somewhere where they had like bubble tea, and then they had things like that.
The bubble tea, by the way, amazing. Recommend.
We had the little cakes.
Yeah,
we had
the
little
cakes were
cupcakes,
nice.
so cute.
But it was just full, wasn't it? They must have made a good
So
killing that weekend.
I texted them and they were like, oh, we're gonna start getting ready. I was like, we've not even made it back from the K-pop shop yet. I was like, we're still queuing. We got changed and then we were like, should we go for a drink? It was a quick turnaround, and we met these guys and then we went for some drinks because we wanted to check it till chill, because obviously Stray Kids was the only people we wanted to see. There was a lot of French rappers and stuff, but also it was quite warm, so we didn't want to be stood out all day because we wanted all the energy for Stray Kids. So we
were in Paris. We wanted to, we wanted to see a bit of Paris as well.
So we bonded over tequila, some cocktails, and some chicken wings, and then
hence the theme of Soju Wanna Talk About.
Yeah. We're not alkies, I promise.
It's called Tayo, by the way, guys. The K-pop shop.
Please go down if you are in France. The girls were really nice in the shop, actually, weren't they? They were really nice in the shop.
Yeah, so then I think we got to Lollapalooza, I would say, what, about 7-ish?
Yeah, we're cute. No, we walked for ages.
We got there later than we thought.
Yeah, we did. We missed
I know that a lot of people, I think there was people that they were there for doors opening, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they were queuing for a while.
Props to them,
running,
big time, because it was hot. Like, it was hot.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was commitment. I
would have needed a nap at like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I would have needed a nap. My back would have hurt. I would have needed a wee.
We're old. We can't be doing all-nighters.
I needed my Zimmer frame.
Yeah, even when we got in though, we went like to the bar. We went for food.
And
we
she
didn't go
went
straight up to the stage.
Those chicken tenders were so good that we got.
Oh yeah, chicken tenders.
They were so
we
good.
needed that.
We bumped into well, we didn't bump into him. We didn't say hi. I didn't have the balls. But that French influencer that everybody was taking pictures with.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. Yeah, he was getting bombarded.
That was so funny. We were saying to ourselves, weren't we? We were just like, are they famous or is this a stunt? Because people were going up to this guy, weren't they, and getting selfies and asking him for questions. And then we were like, who is he? Like, do we go up to him and go, can we have a selfie just because people are? Or are we falling into a trap?
Do we fall into a trap or do we go with the crowd?
Yeah.
Because we were like, who is this guy?
And then AM again, because she's the ballsy one of the group, went up to these girls and asked, who is he?
He's a French TikToker, but he must have not been that big because I couldn't find him anywhere. So unless I wasn't, obviously, I was trying to Google him and everything, and he didn't match the descriptions of the people that was on there. But if anybody does know, please comment and tag and let us know if you did see him,
who that was.
because that would be very interesting. So we were sat eating his churros, dipping it in his chocolate sauce while this guy was getting loads of those.
And then, didn't you put the churros in your bag for later?
I did. I put the churros in my bag for later. Did I eat them later? No. It just seemed like a very good idea at the time, okay?
Meanwhile, me and AM ate full portion each.
Yeah, full portion of churros. Lollapalooza is spenny, guys. Spenny. So if you ever do go in, in the future, be prepared to pay £20 for a bit of dinner, and it was about €9 for
don't
like
even
churros.
question it. You just
It's fake money.
BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a festival, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like, it was good. I had a really, really good time.
And we got such a good spot. We didn't even wait for Stray Kids until maybe like 9, and they came on at 10.
We had the best spot.
We went to like the side of the stage, and we were so close. Like, I actually feel
we
a
were
bit
on the
jammy.
right side, weren't we? We just kind of. I say the right side, not as in the right side, the correct side. The right as in right-handed.
Yeah.
The right-handed side.
I feel so jammy because people have been waiting there for hours, and I feel like we got such a good spot just rocking up an hour before.
We were very lucky, and we had a nice group of people around us as well.
We did.
Yeah,
we really did.
We talked to them as well, didn't we?
Yeah, everyone was so nice there. I didn't meet anybody who...
When I said bonjour to that woman, and she went, "I'm from Portsmouth."
So funny. I'm from Portsmouth. Oh, sorry. But no, I feel like we weren't waiting for Stray Kids for a while. Like, I think we did the good thing where we went for drinks before, cause otherwise we would have spent so much at Lolla.
Yeah.
Plus, when we went to Blackpink, basically the rows were on at maybe like 5 to 5, and then Blackpink didn't come on until
9.
9:15, yeah.
Yeah.
But because it got so packed and busy where we were stood, and so many people crowded around you, you couldn't sit
move.
down.
There was a woman, I'm not even kidding, she just kept, like, she was sat down, which obviously, I completely get that. But
there wasn't enough
enough
to sit down.
And it was like, it was getting to the point, like, people were just getting really peed off with each other. But because the kind of festival it wasn't just full of Blackpink people, like people that love Blackpink. It was a lot of parents, a lot of families, like things like that that've probably never been to a concert like that. Whereas Lollapalooza, it was like everybody was there.
Yeah. Also, because we weren't waiting for so long, like, don't get me wrong, as soon as Blackpink came on, I was like revived. But we felt so shattered the whole time we were stood up from like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah,
and
I
then
don't remember feeling tired at all.
we were just excited for the hour, and then they were on, and
I was really, really anxious, and I think everybody else kind of was, because you go from seeing them online and then seeing them, like, from seeing them online to then seeing them in real, like, life, breathing the same air. I was like,
was so
what
funny.
if they don't look like they do online? Like, I was like, what if they're not the same?
It
What
was
if
when
they're
Cass
crap?
turned to me and she was like, "They're actually there. That's that they're on the stage. They're there.
I know.
They're. I can see them with my eyes." Like,
She
they're
literally,
actually-
mouth open, holding her
Leave it.
her leave it, like literally holding it.
Yeah, my little leave it. Oh,
Oh, she had a leave it baby in the air.
I was just staring in awe.
I was, to be honest, honestly, the moment that they came out and that the spider came on the stage,
Incredible.
Venom, the blow up spider.
That was amazing.
It
That's when you
didn't feel
knew.
real. It didn't feel real.
That's
it
what
reminded
we
me of the
kept
Mama
saying to each
stage.
other, didn't we? And that's when I think we started to feel like happy and
Yeah.
youthful. But we were constantly throughout that day. We were like, "Oh, we're actually going to see them today. Oh my god, they're actually going to."
I'd like goosebumps.
And then when they came on, I was like, oh.
I honestly, like, and then we all just turned to each other and went, "Hans' hair."
Yeah, because he did like the hair reveal.
Hans had a perm.
That was so nice.
That's what was so weird. Like, you're watching these things and you're like, normally you're screaming and having a good time, but then part of you's like, I'm so proud.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was so proud of them. And they looked like they were having such a good time.
I've never felt like that about any music or anything, but I'm like, I'm so proud.
Especially when the crowd was
Proud of
singing.
them.
Yeah,
When
the
Bang
crowd
Chan
was
like,
singing.
getting them to do it.
Like
Domino,
Banchan
Domino.
literally couldn't believe it, could he? Was like, because we obviously couldn't see how many people was behind us, so
Yeah.
his face just like proper lit up, didn't it? Like,
Yeah, we actually did get such a good spot. It was when the Lollapalooza France released the top line video, and you could see the
Hear
crowd going so
everybody.
far back. The crowd was massive, but we got such a good spot, I think.
yeah,
And
we really did.
you could see them. Yeah, I could actually probably see them. I didn't have to look at the screens
Like
for a lot of
Felix's just blue hair just jumping in front of us, like him just
I know.
jumping in front. That's incredible.
Yes, that's another thing as well. Like, they made full use of that stage that they had.
Especially
Like, they
Changbin.
could have just stayed
Yeah,
central,
Changbin loved us.
done the dancing. Changbin was obsessed with our side. He kept coming over, and also conveniently his jacket kept falling off his shoulders. I don't know if you noticed that. I feel like wardrobe department should, make sure his jackets fit him. Maybe.
I think the wardrobe department has other issues.
Other
based on-
issues are.
Oh, yeah.
couple
See, I
of
never
hip
knew about that until
members'
after.
Oh dear, Bangchan. I hope you have stronger shorts next time.
R.I.P. those shots.
And the fact they played Heyday, the Three Ratchet did Heyday,
Oh
which
my god, I know.
I was not expecting. Like, that was,
I was.
and
Yeah,
I
we were
don't.
expecting free Ratchet, weren't we?
I
We were
just
like, oh my
keep
God, we're gonna play
hearing
free Ratchet.
When they're just incredible. And when I look back at my videos, I'm just going, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm sure a lot of people will agree with on this. When you're videoing a K-pop concert, or any concert probably, you're like, oh, I'm going to look back at these videos, it's going to be amazing, and you just hear yourself screaming.
Yeah.
And AM
Whereas
in
in
all
our
of them.
case, you could just hear, I'm
dead.
dead,
I'm
I'm
dead.
dying, oh my god, I'm dead.
I know, AM did keep shouting, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead.
I've just got a series of videos of a load of lights and Felix dancing, and then AM in the background going, I'm dead.
It's such a distinctive voice as well. It's definitely like a broad Yorkshire
Yeah.
accent. Not over it. I've got one video and you can just hear her squeal, "Oh my god, Han!"
Well, she's done this. I think this is AM at most concerts because she did the same for W24. That we'll talk about. in another
100%
episode,
is.
but, like, this
That's when
we
you know
were-
I'm
we
enjoying
were-
myself.
Well, we were telling them about Vimto, and everyone's going, "Oh yeah, Vimto, it's a Manchester drink. You should do this." And then you can just hear AM go, "It's also fizzy."
It can be fizzy.
It
The
can
thing
be
is,
fizzy.
Fizzy Vimto is great, and I didn't want them to miss out on it.
You know what? I could go for some fizzy Vimto right now. To be honest, guys.
I've got a hungover Cass next to me here.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it, but I feel like I'm revived by this Pepsi. But it's quite warm in this spare. I'm in my spare room in my apartment, and
Tell you what, we're plugging these drinks now, aren't we?
I know.
Sponsor. If anyone would want to sponsor.
What other stuff should we plug?
I know. What else should we plug? Should we get sponsored?
I love AirPods.
You know what? A MacBook.
Yeah, Domino's.
A Tesla.
Oh no, thanks.
So we've got the next concerts booked. So we've booked K-pop Lux. So we're all going to see
K-pop Lux, but Cass, you know, she's busy, so she can't come with us.
She's got family commitments.
I know.
How dare she? This is a family. This is a K-pop family.
But keep a listen out, because that's going to be covered in a future episode. We will do.
And then you guys are going to Twice as well, aren't you? In
Yes, we are.
We are going to Twice.
Can't wait.
So we'll give you a rundown of that, and Idol as
Idol
well.
as well. Yeah, we're going to.
Oh yeah, gosh, of course. You've got all of that. So we've got we've got a full list of stuff we want to cover probably in the next few episodes, and this first episode was probably a mess. We've definitely
had technical issues.
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Technical issues. 2 very hungover members.
But yeah, I've had fun. So I've had fun for this first episode, guys.
We just wanted to, introduce who we are, the plan going forward, and I think we've all agreed as well. Like, we want a lot of people to get involved as well. It's not just us four.
No, this is
like, we want to hear your stories as well. Like, we want to hear about how you got into K-pop, and how you met your K-pop friends, and people adjusting into like Korean dramas as well.
We are going to do so much on the different aspects of K-culture, I think. I feel like we all watch so much between like the K-dramas and the K-pop, the Korean variety shows.
Talk about food, guys.
Yeah, food is very important.
Love for Korean food.
Korean food.
My constant attempts to recreate the best dishes.
The best dishes possible in our element. But then we're constantly trying to recreate them, and then we're doing that really snobbish thing when we say, oh, it's not like the dish we had in Seoul. Not an Arjun in Seoul. This one time when we were in Seoul.
We'll be able to do that soon. We
really do need to go.
Yeah, we definitely do. And if anyone has any recommendations of other Korean events, K-pop events that we should go to, let us know, because me and AM are very reckless. We'll go.
Yeah.
we don't care about budget.
Don't look at the price tag. We just think of the memories we're gonna make.
We just want to support small, businesses.
Yeah, we
just absolutely.
K-pop businesses.
JYP.
So small.
Shall we wrap it up for the first one, guys?
Ooh, shall we do recommendation of song of the week? What everybody's been listening to?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good shout.
Kick us off,
That's
AM.
Shall I kick you off? So I've been, I would go for, let me just check, because this is in my Spotify. I want to get the name right because I don't want to get cancelled. Let me just, so I've been listening to the In Life Stray Kids music video, the album, and I love the song Wow. That's my recommendation, In Life, and it's Wow.
Okay, wow.
It's a bop.
It's a bop. Any recommendation, guys, that you get from AM, you're guaranteed she'll say it's a bop.
It's a bop. It's a banger.
Only bops from her.
Only a bop.
We're going to get her a t-shirt that just says, it's a bop.
It's a bop. What's yours?
Oh, recently I've been listening to 17 Dust. It's off their new
Surprise.
And I am obsessed. I know I do. I am listening to it, but I'm in a bit of a 17 thing at the moment, guys. But it's so good. It's just a bit different. It's a bit different.
Mine is, I'm so obsessed with The Rose right now. So obsessed. So, Back to Me, The Rose. They've actually got a new single coming out this month.
Good.
But I keep having it on repeat all the time, but then also Alive, because it's so different. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to recommend 2 actually. So Back to Me and Alive by The Rose. This comeback they've put everything behind it, I think, since they've all got back together after their Heal album. I think this next leg from their tour is going to be amazing.
They need to come to Europe.
Keep an eye on the guys, because I have a feeling they've got some surprises up their sleeves, and I am very ready for it.
And Cass?
I think, well, I'll be honest, on my drive over here, I listened to The Real.
Love that.
on repeat because it fills me with so much joy, and it kind of gets me in the mood to kind of like, you know, be alive, because at the minute I'm feeling a little bit worse for wear.
No judgment here.
So my recommendation would be 80s, The Real. I mean, my playlist is over like thousands of songs. It's, you know, I have all sorts of stuff on there. But yeah, that's gonna be mine, I think, for this episode.
I think maybe we just wrap it up here.
Yeah,
before
peace
we all
out.
fall apart.
Don't forget to check out our Instagram, guys, and our TikTok for more recommendations.
Yes,
more
and subscribe.
For our 2 listeners, please.
Yeah. Please show us some love. Yeah. If you see there's just 4 subscribers, it could be us. My mum might subscribe. Who knows?
AM's mum, please check out our Instagram.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And in the next episode, I think we're going to talk a bit more about live concerts and the very lucky evening where we got to go see W24.
Yeah, that was
which you know, we've learnt a lot about in the last few weeks or so. So can't wait for that. And we got to meet and talk to some of you, which was amazing. And you're all so nice. And some of the videos are probably up on socials as this has been posted, probably.
As we speak.
So yeah, guys, that's it. First episode done.
Peace
Technical
out.
difficulties and everything.
Woo!
See you same time next week.
So, do you want to see us next week?